I asked Carrie if she contacted our other sister and she said no, because she didn't want to cause any unnecessary stress for her or for the baby. She then went on to admit that she knew I was right the entire time when I told her that stress could affect a pregnancy, but just didn't want to admit it before. I decided now wasn't the time to argue and just kept my mouth shut. Eventually the paramedics came, and just as they did, Mom started screaming in hysterics again, screaming and yelling stuff that I don't even quite remember because it was garbled and didn't make sense. Something about her needing to stay to feed the baby. We all went to the hospital, and eventually fiancé finally got a hold of stepdad and he arrived much later. But the doctor figured with the amount of stress, and with her and dad's constant fighting, plus with the mixture of alcohol and her medication, turns out she had drank quite a bit that night. It was like she just sort of snapped and she became somewhat confused/disoriented. He also figures Mom hasn't been taking her medication properly. Physically Mom was perfectly fine, but they are keeping her in for a few days just to keep an eye on her. Due to COVID I haven't been able to visit her or see her until she gets released, but Dad was able to go in and verify a few things. But as far as I know he's not really allowed to stay with her either and was only able to see her that night she was admitted. As for the actual wedding stuff, while Carrie and I were driving back home she had told me that Laura texted her a few days before and told her that I was still going to be Mo. The decision was final and she would not be answering her or our parents' phone calls or texts about the matter. Hearing this had led to more fighting between Mom, Dad and Carrie and shouting, and that's when things went mostly downhill. Neither Carrie or my parents have spoken to Laura in a few days since. I was completely taken aback, especially since Laura never told me this herself. I tried getting more information but Carrie was pretty much silent the entire way back home. She did have a little speech prepared about how she might no longer ever consider me her sister again, how betrayed she was by everything, and I just let her talk and didn't have much to say. I was too tired to fight or do anything and she had nothing else to say about the wedding or Mom's breakdown and I haven't spoken to her since. Currently I am looking for family therapy for the very near future. I'm not sure what's available since COVID, but I plan on getting in touch with Mom's doctor to see if he has any suggestions. I had told Alan what had happened, and I'm hoping he will be able to tell Laura without her stressing out too much. I suggested he keep it vague and to tell her Mom was completely fine. This all started because of wedding plans, but I guess we just had our problems from the start and it all escalated. Feel free to ask any questions and I'll do my best to answer. It's all been a bit foggy for me so I may have left out important details. Final update, shaming my sister, who's a bridesmaid, for demanding to be maid of honor instead of me. Laura had the wedding. It was before the second lockdown and out on our family's farm with about maybe 50 people that showed. Carrie wore the dress she chose because Laura caved and then wore the tiara thing she picked out. Days before the wedding Carrie made Facebook posts directed at me, just statuses saying stuff like can't believe my own family would be so toxic and bully me. Stuff like that. So, eventually I blocked her. Honestly nothing too out there happened during the wedding. Carrie got drunk and tried to sing and dance and make the attention fall on her, of course, but nothing overly out there. Gave me the cold shoulder big time and if I would enter the room she would announce that she can't be around negative energy then leave, dragging her boyfriend with her. Her boyfriend proposed to her, and texted me asking if I would please try to make things up with her and help plan the wedding. I told him I was sorry, but I still wanted to be his friend, I just can't have her in my life. He told me he was sorry and he hopes we one day reconcile. Haven't spoken to Carrie in months, but Laura is doing good and they still keep in touch. Mom and my stepdad have been silent and I've just been keeping my distance as well. I don't have any of them on Facebook anymore but Laura keeps me in the loop. Anyways, not much else has happened. Not a very exciting update but thanks everyone for the support.